Disneyland for the first time in years for me was quite an experience. When we go to Walt Disney World, I can walk around almost blindfolded. I know where all the restaurants are, I know how to get fast passes last minute. If Ohana is full, maybe you go check Cape May Cafe, but at Disneyland, it's a little bit different for me. It's simply because I don't have the opportunity to go to California Adventure and Disneyland that frequently, and I depended on your help to have a magical time. And thanks to your help, we did have a magical time. One piece of advice that I got from friends that I took to heart immediately was to get the Maxpass. It's relatively new at Disneyland, at least for me, but I was told over and over again to get it, so I got it. When I was in the initial phases of planning this adventure, I was thinking about the Maxpass and getting a few photos and a few fast passes, and that's going to be great, but at that time I had no idea how essential the Maxpass is. When we first arrived at the Disneyland Hotel, I went to the front desk and got my room key and ticket to the park. Now, word to the wise, when you get your ticket, be sure to check that Maxpass is on it if you purchased it, because without it being on the ticket, it will not be active in your account. I should have double checked that. I did not, and I didn't know at the time, but now you know. Double check on the back of the ticket, it will say Maxpass. I can tell you right now with confidence that the FastPass is something you are going to want to use at Disneyland, and it's very different from Walt Disney World's FastPass service simply because you can get a new one as soon as you use the current one. For example, when we went to Hyperspace Mountain, they scanned my phone, which is where I kept all of my FastPasses. They can either scan your physical ticket or the code on your phone, and then as soon as they scan it, you can go right on your phone and book your next FastPass. So maybe you're standing in that FastPass line at Hyperspace Mountain for 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes later, the next FastPass is ready, so it works just that quickly. I was so impressed, and by the end of the adventure, I had gotten into the habit. Scan the barcode, get the next FastPass, enjoy the ride, check the time, and it's just about time for that next FastPass, so it was incredibly easy and convenient. I should note you can get FastPasses for different attractions without the Maxpass, but it's not nearly as convenient and easy. Instead of having to book it on your phone, you have to actually go to the ride to receive the FastPass return time. So it's a lot of time that you could have been using enjoying the rides. I can't tell you how many times I used that. I would go on an e-ticket, the most popular attraction at Disneyland, scan it, get another one for another e-ticket attraction, go on another one, over and over and over again. It was awesome. So you know I recommend you get the Maxpass when you go to Disneyland and California Adventure, but it also gets me thinking about Walt Disney World's FastPass system, because right now you have to book your FastPasses well in advance of when you want to use them, probably 60 days before your vacation, and if you don't book them in advance, it's likely that the most popular attractions will no longer be available. Imagine Flight of Passage the same day twice just by using this kind of system. I don't know if it's something that Disney can bring to Disney World, but it definitely was super helpful. I'm sure there are a plethora of reasons why Disney cannot bring the Maxpass style FastPass system to Walt Disney World. Probably the crowds alone and the fact that it's more of a vacation destination than Disneyland. Not saying Disneyland is not, just saying that Walt Disney World is more of one, but just imagine doing the same thing at Disney World. You book something for maybe Flight of Passage in the morning, and then you book another item for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and then you go back to Flight of Passage in the evening. That kind of system would be amazing, but probably not doable at Walt Disney World. In addition to booking those FastPass super easy and conveniently using your phone, the Maxpass also gives you access to all of the photos that are taken of you by the PhotoPass photographers in both parks. David and I had the Park Hopper ticket as well, which I do believe is an essential part of Disneyland and California Adventure as well, but we were able to go from Disneyland, take some fun photos, and then head over to California Adventure and take even more photos, and all of the photos were linked back to our account, and we were able to download all of them after our adventure. The cost of the Maxpass is $15 per person per day. It is a lot of money considering families of 4 or 5 or even more, but I do think that the benefits outweigh the cost. In my opinion, it is worth it. If I go to Disneyland a lot more frequently, like once every 6 months, maybe once every 3 months, maybe I wouldn't get it every time, but going as infrequently as I do, it is definitely worth it to me. Those are my thoughts about the Maxpass at Disneyland and California Adventure. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me, you think it's absolutely essential and you get it every time, or you've been many times before and you feel like, you know what, I don't really need it now. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.